Historically, and if you look at that particular photograph up there, you'll see that what was there, and there still are a couple of cross docks loading transportation warehouses. There were a number of buildings such as car repair yards and truck repair yards. There was the intermodal where they did the piggyback stuff. That was all in there, and that's mostly been removed right now. But during that, the industrial site, the requirement is to remove that. We found all kinds of things. So there's underground pipelines for fuel. There was fuel there. There were around any service shops. There was any number of spills or small things that were being done. There's, as you find, standard underground storage tanks to be removed. We found quite a number of ones. And if you look at our aerial, you will see that part of the lands were even the tracks associated with the station. The station used to have 8 tracks. It's down to 4 tracks right now. And 4 of those tracks are on the land that we have right now. They were surplus land. So, yeah, quite a bit of interesting stuff there.
Now, the retail component, I guess, of Phase 1, is that finished now, or will there be more retail coming in?
The initial, there's a, really we have what we are calling 2 sections. There's the lands that are west of Train Yards Drive and the lands that are east of Train Yards Drive.
Okay.
On the lands west of Train Yards Drive, that's the bulk of the stuff. Of course, it has the Walmart store, and we have about 260,000 square feet of additional tenants, about 50 in all. There are a couple of small pad buildings still left to do, probably 20,000 feet tops, 15 to 20,000 square feet tops, and then that will be virtually built out. On the lands west, to the east of Train Yards Drive, we have Sail outdoor. We have Michael's. We have the athletics club opening in January. But we have room for probably another 120,000 square feet. Actually runs through here.
Yes.
So we have the retail Walmart is actually right about here.
Okay.
And we have the other retail component all the way through here.
Yeah.
So where we've indicated offices and business park is where the office will be. And the first one for Public Works will be right about there.
So it's tucked in near the Walmart, but just closer to the 417 there, right?
Yes, it is. It's close. Yeah. It's right. Yeah. Well, it's fair distance from it. I mean, Walmart's way down here. Is right here actually, right in here.
Okay.
So it's to this end. It's to the full west end of the park, across from Canada Post and in through here. So it will be this particular end, and it will have visibility off 417.
Near the Van. Then it's fair to say near Vanier.
Near the Vanier, yes,
Vanier
closer to Vanier. That's right. And actually, Vanier goes north. This is Riverside going south, so we call it the Riverside side.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Technical.
Yeah.
Small bit. And our initial office will be in this corner. So that's how we've kind of separated it apart. We've got the office component at one end and the retail component at the other, and they're close enough people walk back and forth that we can do things. There's a fairly extensive pedestrian circulation plan in place to let people go between the two. The park, our plan also joins to the citywide parkway linkage system through a greenway linkage that comes up through here. It will link as well to the cycling plan. There's a fairly extensive bunch of cycling paths that go around here, and pedestrian and recreational paths that we can get to. So it enjoys some great access to all the amenities in town. It's really one of the things that makes us a great site. We've got access, and you know, they're the things that make why the train station was put there as well. And really, the train station and the building at Queensway and all that stuff was planned. This was a distribution. When trains were here, mail was here, freight was here, and this went all over the place. And what it enjoys, all these things. We've got access from Queensway through Riverside. We have through Saint Laurent. We have access through the rest of the community, Alta Vista Drive, Industrial Avenue, Belfast Road. So we got a number of ways to get across the Queensway and get here. And in fact, now it's really interesting to start to see how the traffic patterns are changing now that we've changed the roads. But we've got those 5 major ways to get to the site. It makes it great access for commercial as well as residential. We have separation from the residential area by other areas, so that we're not tight up against any residential area. So the impact on the residential area is quite small. We're kind of close to them, but far enough away that we don't bother them. South. So here's that post office building. We look at all the apartments. There's Riviera, for example, all these tall apartment buildings that are coming in here. The very strong residential component that's already there. So with a strong, and by the way, and here's the Ottawa Hospital right here,
Sure,
the
sure.
hospital campus that we're quite close to. With a strong residential component all around us, the need for us to provide residential is not necessarily there, nor is there a good business case for it. When we're making a development, we have to balance the volume. If we have a good sized retail component and we'll have a good sized office component. If we split that into three, it would have marginal sizes of each and not necessarily make the most sense.
Sure.
So, but with the surrounding community, the need for true mixed use is not on our site. Linkage is there. The marketing territory is actually fairly large. For example, the CIBC branch includes Vanier as part of its reach. We look at being able to come from Rockcliffe down Vanier Parkway to our site. I think there's 5 stoplights, or I think there's about a dozen to go downtown. So that it's actually fairly easy to get to, and as people start to learn that, we get more and more people coming.